What's up, everybody? Hope you guys are well. We typically have Bible talks around this time on our channel. Today, I won't be going much into that, but I just wanted to address something with you guys. Just some sort of reflection or just something that I feel like you guys might find useful as well. Yeah. I feel like whenever a video gets released, right? It doesn't matter if it's on this movement or it's just any other channel out there, right? Whenever we edit those videos, it's like there's some element of realness that we're chipping away of that. Actually, let me address it as in like through our channel, okay? Our movement. I feel like at times I get to tone down my message, right? I get to tone down whatever it is that I want to tell you guys. Because sometimes you can say your mind, but then when you listen to your mind, you be like, my mind is too much out there. So let me just take away these parts here and all those things. And sometimes as well, it's a thing of when there are pauses and all those things, of which I believe to some degree are things that, natural and things that just sort of get people to connect a lot. It's something that we feel like, nah, man, let me just take that off because I just want my video to flow, right? And I know that now it sounds like I'm talking about how to create videos and all that, but that's not really what I want to talk to you guys about. But I just wanted to like sort of put that out there because I did say that I won't be posting as usual, but I feel like that's purely because having to post videos and all those things, it needs time for you to edit them. In order for you to edit them, it takes like really much time. But okay, excuse me there. I discovered this playlist of this. I don't know if it's a show, it's a series, it's a what. But the algorithm just sort of suggested it to me, and I just found it too much personal, I'd say. Oh, got Seth there. Salute you, Seth. And yeah, my time is now it's 8:34, and I'm also in SA High. Thank you for tuning in. So yeah, as I was saying, you guys, I feel like going forward, if I am going to be posting, it will be useful for me to just address anything through this live. I'm not sure if using this method is going to get our message across a lot of people, but that way I get to just talk to you guys and really talk to you and not be the thing of I have to now edit it and yeah. Because today, okay, now I'm gonna sound a bit feminine and stuff, but sure. Today I woke up feeling a bit off, and yeah, I feel like that was because I switched my sleeping schedule around. But yeah, as my day has been progressing, I've been up since 6 a.m. As my day has been progressing, you can see that perhaps it's just something that somewhere in me, I don't know if I'd say it's missing or there's just something in my life that's funny that's happening and that needs addressing, right? Growing up, I used to be that kind of a person who would like just whenever something happens in my life, good or bad, I wouldn't dwell much into it. And that has carried on to my young adult life. I'm still a young person, right? Forever young. I'll forever be young. But yeah, years and stuff, they say otherwise, okay? Not that I'm really old, but Sure. Yeah. And looking at it, it's a thing of, there are things or there are emotions that don't really get processed. And at the end of the day, it's a thing of they come back and you don't necessarily realize that they're back, but they do come back and they haunt you, right? There's this quote or there's this saying by Carl Jung that if you don't make the unconscious conscious, it'll direct your life and you will call it fate. And I feel like that's something that's recently happening to me. I don't really like that. And in as much as I feel like I'm the type of a person who's observant, who's intentional with whatever it is that I do. At some point, it's yeah. And I decided to just title this live to say that once you're gone, you can't come back. There's just also another line I heard from this playlist that I've been listening to lately. It's deep, and it just made me realize or just be intentional about reflecting as to where I'm at in my life, where I started, and just who I am as a person, right? Yeah. And now let me just address that once you're gone, you can come back part. Okay, we have Mahoshi there. Mpe, hi. Appreciate you for tuning in and just dropping that. Means a lot. And then we have Ompa saying, hey, bro. I assume you're a brother as well. So salute you, brother. I'm in South Africa, Sam. I'm in South Africa. Just like you, hey. You commented SA half 8. And yeah, I think it's almost 20 minutes to 9 my time on my side as well. So I guess we're not really far from each other or something. So yeah, as I was saying, I decided to just label this once you go on, you can come back because I feel like a lot of the times we get this saying that regret is the greatest destroyer of man, like however way it's been put out there, but it's rare that you actually sit down and you really think about that. But yeah, once you're gone, you can come back, right? I lost a couple of people in my life, and it happened in a very short span of time. And I feel like it was a thing of I didn't really get to process all that, but yeah, life has its own funny way of panning out, hey. And I just thought, you know what, let me put this out to the brothers out there, or to the adventurers, to say that life gives you people in your life, and the human psychology or the human nature, it's a thing of whenever you have something, it's rare that you're going to realize its worth until that thing is gone. You hear that a lot, but until you really experience it, it's rare that you're going to really get the meaning behind that saying. I've been there, and I'm going through something similar to that, and I don't necessarily say that it's not a thing of I didn't appreciate the people when they were still in my life, but sometimes when you just sit down and you think about it, and it comes to say to you that those people are gone, right? However way you may want to think about it, however way you may sort of just console yourself to say, you know what, I spent the time I had with them, I appreciated them, they're gone, right? And that's the other part of it, of which is just that pain, that void of just realizing that, yeah, the people who were once important in my life, they are gone. Right? It sucks. It sucks. And I don't know, I just felt like I had to say something like this today to you guys because, yeah, like I said, it's going to be a while since I've been posting. And if we post, we're going to be addressing it through lives. So, yeah, to just make an example or just give you guys context, I had this one friend of mine. Yeah, it was an awesome friendship. That person, it's a thing of, okay, let me actually give you further context. It was a female friend, right? And it wasn't a thing of, well, I was just there hanging around so that I could get the chance, and then in order to initiate a relationship, like a romantic relationship with her, stuff like that. Nah, it was just a genuine friendship, right? I appreciated her, she appreciated me. Everything was superb. And as time unfolded, it ended up being a thing of, you know, I got into a relationship, right? And then she was still there. But then, being that I was then in a relationship, I would now, I don't know what had happened. I don't know if it was also because of lack of experience with relationships and all that. But I got to a mindset of saying, you know what, whatever relationship that I have that could potentially ruin the relationship, I have to cut it out, you know. And I don't know what made me think something like that because, like I told you guys, it was a genuine friendship, purely, right? But then in my head, it was a thing of whenever she tried to contact me, I was feeling like, you know what, she's trying to ruin my relationship because I had told her then that I had a relationship. Fast forward, I'm single right now, and looking back at it, I can see that, you know, it was just the dynamic of the way my relationship was structured. It was an awesome relationship, but to some degree, it had its buts, right? And one of the buts was that it was now isolating me from the people who I came with, right? I grew with friendships like the one that I'm talking about in order to get to that relationship. But then when I got into the relationship, it was now drawing away from me being with those people, the people who made me who I was in order to be in that functional relationship, right? And now I lost that friend, right? I feel like it then got to a point where she also realized that, you know, this guy doesn't necessarily appreciate me just as he used to. And just looking back at it now, yeah, that side of things, I can say it's regret, right? I don't feel like I showed her how much I appreciated her when she was still around. And now, yeah, it's just the memories playing in my head to say that, young, you did flop right there, man. And it was uncalled for. I remember this one time she called me and it was on my birthday, right? And to some degree, I was dismissive because I had the lady around me. You know, and when you look at it, you can say that, well, to some degree, that's sound, but imagine terminating the person who you grew up with just because now there's someone around, and yeah. And also, again, that sounds like now I'm betraying our movement because to a larger degree, a man having a female friend, it's questionable, right? Because when you look at it, our elders didn't have those type of dynamics, right? But yeah, just want to disclose that that was something unique, man. And it was, to me, I'm the one who ruined things for myself, right? So yeah. And then another one is that, yeah, there's just someone important in my life that I've lost recently. And yeah, that pain, it's just something that I feel like at times you try to numb it, right, by distracting yourself with being busy and all those things. I feel like the channel itself, it was able to help me soothe the pain, to just sort of forget that it's something that I'm going through. But now that I haven't been posting as frequent and I haven't been as invested in our movement, I can see that, yeah, that pain is still there. You know, I told myself that I was fine and all that, but nah, just waking up in the morning and thinking that I could never, you know, see their smile again, it's just something else, man. And for some of you guys, it's a thing of you're still lucky to have those people around you. You're still lucky that, you know, you have the time to spend with those people, but you rarely recognize that. Right? Myself, I thought I had time. I did say this in one of the shorts that I had time. And when I said I had time, I was saying this in the sense that I was telling myself that, you know what, when this period comes, these are the things that I'm going to be doing with this person. But in between, God decided otherwise, man, and that stings, right? It 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 just stays with you to say that. What if I didn't say that I'm going to wait for that time in order for me to discuss these things with them? What if I just picked up my phone and just called them and then we discuss some of the things through the phone? But that didn't happen. That didn't happen. And I'm sitting here by myself and just thinking, yeah, it happened. It happened, you guys. So here I just wanted to share with you that those people that you have in your life, you're never really sure when they're gonna be there. I mean, until when they're gonna be there and when they're actually gonna leave. Because if you knew, or if I had known, then I wouldn't have waited myself, right? But purely because I didn't know, I waited, telling myself that I was gonna discuss those things when I get that side. Never happened. Yeah. Let me cut this live short, you guys, because I think maybe in future I could just discuss, you know, this type of topics with you guys just on the live, and then not necessarily edit all those things. Because yeah, I mean, I do have time during my day to just sit down and think, and then during those times it could be this time that I could be using to just have a short live with you guys. 10 minutes, I feel like that would be more than enough to, excuse me, to address a topic. So in summation, just what I wanted to tell you guys today is that you don't really have much time, but then you do have time. So use it wisely, hi? Because tomorrow is not really promised. It's not. It's not. Excuse me. Just want to appreciate those of you who have tuned in. I've seen Ompa saying they got good news. You can drop them, Ompa. If you're still there, you can drop the news. Maybe that could sort of change the mood. Because, yeah, today I feel like I was a bit on the bad side or something like that. And then there's Makala, or Smakala, I think. Appreciate the salutation, brother. Appreciate you. Till then, you guys, stay safe, stay strong, and stay vibrant. By staying vibrant, I mean live life, eh? Salute.